Hey, what's going on, everyone? It's Eman here from the C-List Villains podcast, and today we're talking my new comic book day haul for September 29th, 2021. Now, this episode is going to be a lot longer than my previous episodes because I have quite a big haul this week. There's a couple of back issues that I didn't pick up that were in my box. I was like, you know what? I think it's time to start clearing out my box, so I went ahead and did that today. So let's go ahead and get things started. We're going to talk about some of the back issues first, and then we're going to talk about the stuff that I picked up this week, all right? First up, I'm behind. Yes, I understand, but I need to get it for the cover. So, Catwoman number 30, covered by Jenny Frison. Come on, how can you not get this cover right here? Now, I'm not reading Catwoman. I did solely pick this one up specifically for the cover. Specifically, they need to throw those two in there, but I did pick this up only for the cover, and I just think it's gorgeous. You know how Jenny Frison goes with her eyes, so I have to pick that one up right there. This is a Peter Milligan book, and that's why I picked it up. So we have the Pirate Queen right here. Let's not talk about that. It's on Bad Idea. I know I've been giving Bad Idea some shit lately. Let's not focus on that, all right? Let's go ahead and move past that, you guys. I wanted to pick this up because this was Peter Milligan, so let's see what happens. You know, I'm probably going to read this one. I'm more than likely going to read that one. I need to go back and read the lot because I'm hearing that one's actually pretty good. So I do have 1 through 3 on that one. And then speaking of Bad Idea, Monster Kill Squad right there. So I went ahead and got this one. I don't know what this one's about, so let's see what happens. Yes, I'm throwing them on the ground on purpose. No, there's a little box right here on the side. So Radiant Black number 8. I really like this book. The series right here is super fun to me. I want to know what's going to go on with all the Radiants, and then now we have a bad guy. Now we have an official bad guy. It took only 7 issues for us to figure it out. So let's see what Kyle Higgins has in store for us with this one right here. I'm digging it, I'm digging it a whole lot. Come on now, come on. Buddy Mask number 4, the conclusion to the first arc, the first season, the first episode. We had Andrea Moody on the C-List Villains podcast not too long ago. Super fun. If you haven't checked that out, I'm probably going to link it somewhere right in this area, right in this general area right here. There's going to be some kind of link. Go check it out because Andrea Moody was actually really fun. I want to know what's going on with the Snitch. I want to know what's going on with Buddy Mask. I want to know what's going on with this story. It's kind of crazy, and I'm looking forward to it. Once in Future number. This is, come on, like, who's not reading this? I'm sure there's a lot of people not reading. I truly enjoy Once in Future. It's actually one of my favorite comics out right now. Once in Future, 7 Secrets, what else? Something's Killing the Children. Those are the books that I really look forward to, every month. So I can't wait to dive into this one right here. I really love the story that Kieran Gillen and Dan Moore have in store for me. King Spawn number 2 right there. I know nothing about it. I forgot. I know I have King Spawn number 1 somewhere up in my room. I'm pretty sure I read it. Let's see what happens, all right? Hashtag, let's see what happens. You know how I am, we'll read that up right there. Almost American. Now, this is an interesting story right here from Aftershock. This is actually written or inspired by the true story of a husband and wife Russian spy who typically don't live long enough to tell such a tale, but Aftershock actually had the author of this book on an interview once, and it was quite interesting, and yeah, how can someone live long enough who's a spy write about their life in comic book form? So I want to know what this is about, and honestly, I'm hoping that there's some kind of protection for the author or for the writer, because it's kind of crazy. James Tynion IV's The Joker. I really don't know how I feel about the Joker right now. I don't know if it's important enough. I mean, I know it's more Jim Gordon's story than the Joker's, and I've said that, but I'm still reading it because it's actually compelling just enough for me to care. But I'm running out of patience with James Tynion and Batman stuff. Now, I don't know if that's James Tynion just kind of giving up, or if that's DC or whatever. And then speaking of which, Batman number 113, I felt like I just read 112. I know this is 113, it just came out. I'm not following the whole Fear State it's just another event, and I kind of want that. I want that wrapped up. I want I want them to catch Scarecrow, or just let him do what he wants to do. So, Eat the Rich number 2. I have cover A right here. I liked the first issue. It was good enough for me to say, all right, let's see what happens. I'm gonna stick around with at least the first arc. That first issue was nuts. It was insane. So I got this one right here and the Virgin cover. I don't know if this is a 1 per store, if it's an unlockable, if it's one of those terminologies right there, but my boy Chris over there at the comic shop always hooks me up. He knows I like to collect these 1 per store, so he got this one and it's in my box, and now it's in my hand. Oops. Okay, I better start taking care of these books. I should be throwing them out like that. Sweet Paprika number 3. I like this book. I do. I really do. She's crazy, dude. She's crazy. She's the kind of crazy that a lot of dudes actually like. Not even gonna lie. She's bonkers. Poor child. I like this book. I like where it's headed. It is different. The art is really cool in it too. It's pretty dope. Stillwater number 10. Chip Zdarsky. I really like this series right here. Stillwater is pretty awesome. It's really weird. It's really crazy. If you're not on it, I really recommend picking up the first trade. I think there's only 1 trade out until this arc ends, and then there'll be another trade out. This is cool. This is a town that doesn't die, and then it's ran by like a judge who's like the end all say all. He's crazy too, and the sheriff. He's kind of nuts. Okay, so I don't want you guys to think I'm specking on anything, all right? There's a reason why I did this. Captain America the United States of Captain America number 4. I don't know anything about this series. I know absolutely zero about the series, other than in this issue, we have our first. She's the first Filipino American Marvel character, and she's donning the Captain America moniker at the moment. Now, I'm not following this story right here. I picked this up specifically because she's Filipino American. She's representing the Filipinos, and I really like that idea so much that I actually have cover A and cover B, and I bought 4 of them, 4 issues total. Don't spec. Don't go out there like, oh, Eman picked it up. No, I don't want you guys to think that I picked it up for any reason other than I'm giving this set to my daughter. I want her to know that, hey, Filipinas can be superheroes too. And I want her to know that she's included in the Marvel universe. So that's the main reason that I picked that up. The second reason, of course, is Filipino representation, and I'm all for that, man. I love that. Please do. I would love to see more of my father's countrymen represented in comics, man. That's so dope, so I love it. Mexicans too. My mom's Mexican, so I'm a Filipino Mexican, but I lean a little bit more towards the Filipinos just because there's less of us. There's less Filipinos out there, but man, like Robbie Ghost Rider, shit, man. All right, let's go ahead and talk about this week's comics. These are the comics that I picked up that came out this week. So let's go ahead and start with this one right here. The Good Asian number 5. Crime noir here in San Francisco. I do say here in San Francisco because I'm in the Bay Area. I like the story. It's just a typical crime noir story about a Japanese or Chinese American born in Hawaii who's in San Francisco trying to solve the murder of his adopted father's lover and trying to figure out what's going on. I like it. It's classic crime noir. I'm digging it. A lot of great historical facts involved in it. There was a lot of research done into the history of that right there. Spawn 322, here we are right here. I've started collecting Spawn again, and I mentioned since like 301, 302, so let's see how it goes. I really do need to go back and read it though. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not reading the Spawns, but I am collecting them because I do want to add them to the collection, because it's Spawn number 1 and my cousin Alex are the reasons why I started collecting comics. Point blank, and that's why I want to continue on and still collect Spawn. I even went to a comic show this weekend, and I saw how much some of the back issues are, and you know what, I'm probably going to fork down some money eventually for some of the older Spawns, but let's see what goes on with that one right there. Department of Truth number 13. Department of Truth number 13 right here. This is just a crazy series all in all. Just one Tynan's best research series out there. It's one of the trippiest series. I understand now why there's going to be a TV show made out of this series, just because of how many twists and turns there are. And I'm really hoping that they can capture at least the essence of what James Tynan IV can do, or is doing, with this series right here. I love how it's all over the place. The art style by Martin Simmons, I will say it's fantastic because it's completely different from everything else we're reading right now. And it definitely sets the mood for what the book is about. So, Department of Truth right there. One of the big two, I actually have one. Thor, number 17. Donny Cates right here. Is it Ivan Coelho too? No, Venditti. I really do like what's happening with Thor right now, and maybe, I don't know if it's maybe because it's Donny Cates who's writing it, but it's fun. It's definitely fun. It's not the best book. I'm not gonna go out there, you must read number 17 because it's amazing. It's not the best book. It's definitely fun though, and that's what I like about this Thor run, is that Donny Cates brought a sense of fun to the character, and I like it. This is written by someone that I've heard of, but I've never been able to pick up any of their books because honestly, as soon as they come out, they're sold out. And I'm glad that I can finally pick one up and start from the beginning. So this is Unborn number 1, written by Frank Gogol. I'm sorry if I'm butchering the name, but written by Frank Gogol. I want to say he's a local guy too. I think he's from San Francisco, and I like the fact that he's from the city. And he's got some other books out there that I've been interested in, but I just never picked up because they're sold out, or they're just expensive to pick up. So I'm glad that I found an Unborn number 1. So I'm definitely going to check this one out and ride this wave right here. And I have no idea what this book is about. I have zero idea. I just know that this is from Frank Gogol. And I finally get to read like a piece of his work. I'm really looking forward to that. Here's the Peter Milligan book that I'm reading right here. Out of Body. It is Peter Milligan and Inaki Miranda and Ava De La Cruz with the coloring. I have to throw those names in because, Inaki Miranda and Ava De La Cruz have written, and they've done We Live, which is one of my favorite books right now. And I get to follow. So I really like this one. The whole psychologist is stuck in some kind of dimensional world and another medium. She's able to communicate with him. He's trying to figure out why someone's trying to kill him. It seems like it's like a love triangle type thing, but we're trying to figure out what's going on. So I'm digging this, and the art in it I think is really cool. Again, because it's Inaki, dude. Honestly, I'm going to say the words. I love Inaki, man. He's a cool cat. He came on the C-List Villains podcast with his brother. Him and Roy came on. Awesome dudes. Awesome dudes. Can't wait. I can't wait for any more of their projects. More Donny Cates. Crossover number 8 comes back after that doozy of a Chip Zdarsky issue. That Chip Zdarsky issue. Honestly, that's some funny stuff. Honestly, I really enjoyed that one. And Crossover, and I've said this before, it's not the best book, you guys. Again, it's just like Thor. It's not, oh shit, it's written by Donny Cates. But it's not the best. However, it's definitely entertaining. It is fun. It's cheesy, and I fell for Crossover. I really did. And now that Mark loaned me a God Country from Legion of Comics, no, not Legion of Comics. He didn't do God Country. Mark from Legion of Comics loaned me God Country. I understand the meaning behind the sword a whole lot more, and I really dig it. So cover A. And then I ended up getting cover B too. I'm really supposed to stop and slow down on these cover Bs, but I like this one just because it had the sword on it. That's pretty dope. What else is there to say about Erica's her story? Her origin. I'm digging the direction. Like, this is cool. James Tynan is doing really good. He's being real meticulous about where she's coming from and how her adventures are curated, and I like that. I really like how he's taking time with Jessica's origin. So I can't wait to dig into this one right here. That's probably gonna be one of the first books that I read tonight. And then of course I have to get cover B again. I know I'm supposed to slow down on some of the cover Bs, but some of these cover Bs I really like, and that's the reason why I picked it up. Berserker number 5 right there. I don't know. I'm going to stick with it and see what goes on. The last issue was all right. I think we're going to find out a little bit more about his origin here. But it's okay so far, Keanu. It's not terrible, but you and Matt can't need to really step it up, and hopefully you guys give us a, good left hook in one of these issues. We're like, oh snap, where else is this gonna go? Because we need that right there. Because otherwise, it's just another brute just going all berserker on people and who doesn't have a history. So, hoping that this one picks up. I didn't get any of the foils, none of the foils. You know why? Because I need to slow down on cover B's, and honestly, they're gonna be out there if I want them, but I don't even want it. So, but I'm sticking with the story itself. The art's not too bad, so we're gonna stick around with it. And then for the final one right here, finally, Last Ronin number 4. This is the 1 in 10 cover right here. Again, my shop, unfortunately, they don't get cover. Well, I'm not gonna say they don't get cover A's. Literally, all of their cover A's have already been taken. They've already been pre-sold to other people who purchased them at the shop. And I'm not even mad at it. You know what? You go ahead and do that right there. That's fine. I'm just glad that they're able to hold on to some 1 in 10s for me, and that's what they do. Yeah, it's a little bit more than the regular covers and whatnot, but they give me a pretty good price, and I'm very happy that they even do something like this. They're like, you know what? We don't have any cover A's, man, and I know you want to read this. We do have this, but we won't charge you them eBay prices. So I really appreciate them doing that to me right there. And Chris, again, thank you, my friend, because otherwise I wouldn't have 1 through 4 in my collection if it wasn't for you, because all the cover A's are taken, and that's cool with me. No worries at all. So Ronin number 4, 1 in 10. Let's see how that one goes right there. All right, you guys, that's it for my new comic book day haul. That's a huge haul compared to all my other videos, but so let me know what books in this collection did you think, which ones were cool? Which ones do you think I should continue to get? Which ones do you think I should go back and pick up? Because I know that, like that Catwoman number 30, should I continue reading that story? Give me opinions. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below, okay? Now remember, I co-host the C-List Villains podcast. New episodes come out every Monday and Thursday as we go live on YouTube at 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, with those episodes showing up on iTunes, Spotify, or your favorite podcast app a few days later, okay? All right, you guys, well, that's it for this episode. Until the next issue. Deuces.